This is a live look at the Swamp, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium in Gainesville. It's the Florida Atlantic Owls and the Florida Gators. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Thank you, guys. Checking in with the Florida Atlantic head coach. He knows that they are not one of the Power 4 conferences, but they are here to prove they can compete with anyone. His team is fired up and ready to prove they are just as good as this top-ranked team. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. From inside the 10, here he comes. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. So Florida Atlantic's offense will have the football first. And there he is, this senior wide receiver. And you get the idea that he'll be keeping an eye on the kind of day his counterpart is having for their offense. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Looking to fire. Pulls it in with one hand. Florida Atlantic trying to get back on the ball. Third down play from the gun. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And all defenses talk about it. Sacks, tackles for a loss, affecting the quarterback the best way you can. The first drive of the game, already getting home. Nice start for this defense.
Florida Atlantic will have to send out the punt team. Cradles it at the 35. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. Florida's offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And this running game might have a huge advantage when they get to the second level of this defense, David.
Well, and this is a big challenge. Like, you're overmatched. You understand this guy is a top-shelf player, and I'll be honest, this defense has kind of struggled a little bit this season, but this individual matchup, you got to get him on the ground. You got to find a way to corral him, slow him down. He can't be the game wrecker. If that's the case, it's going to be too easy.
There he goes. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Wide receiver comes in motion. Jones wants to throw it. Quick completion on the out. Makes the grab in their space. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
Run in the red zone, it's ball. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Bulldozes his way through. And he's in. Pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, Florida!
Well, this running back can beat you with a lot of tools. He's got speed, he can shake you, he can spin away, and now he shows you the stiff arm. That was lethal before walking into the end zone.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And it was capped off with the 8-yard run. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. It's Messer. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down.
This receiver is such a weapon. He has so much speed, and he can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running go routes and post routes, but how about throwing him the drag, letting him catch it, and use his speed to turn it upfield.
The Owls headed quickly to the line. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. They bring the punter onto the field now. That first punt was a beauty. They'd take another one just like it. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Jones to throw. Fires to the wideout. Into double coverage, and he picked it off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
Motion from the wideout. Off the play fake on first down. Makes the catch.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Second down, they'll go to the air. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
Ooh, there's an example, Jesse, of a receiver making his quarterback look bad. Most of the time, they make it look good and cover up for him. All those balls y'all don't throw online, but oof, that would hit him in a pretty...
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Touchdown, Owls. Gets it into the end zone. Extra point here will tie the game.
And listen, find your matchups you like, and you can see you got your speedster out wide. You like the matchup. He sees it, puts some air underneath that thing, and he outruns the DB. He's got no shot. Runs underneath it, and then walks his way into the end zone for 6.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Abrams. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll give it to Ball. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
Florida Atlantic races to the line. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Bernard. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. To the air on second down. Going for 6. Touchdown Owls. Fit it in the window for the score. That dude's really big. How in the world did they lose him?
Because down here he does a lot of blocking and you play a lot of man coverage in the red zone. And what do? You peek in the backfield and you lose the big fella. I don't know how he lost that big of a guy, but he lost it.
No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone and it'll be a touchback. Here comes the Gators offense ready to go on the attack. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score. Already down 14-7. They'll start on the ground with Jaden Ball. Breaks into the open. And he's brought down, but the defender got a face full of stiff arm before he picked up that first down. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. To the ground. He's got it again. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
Jones wants to throw it. Fakes to grab. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking down the middle. On target to the left. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. We're through one period, and these receivers are showing out big time. Take a look at the stats. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Looking downfield on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Pulls it in. It's Brown. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the 1st down.
And I think with Florida, man, it's all about the quarterback position. When it was rolling at its peak, right, it was Jesse Baum and Tim Tebow. That guy was pretty good, too. But, like, finding that guy that can make the plays. I think bringing in Buster Faulkner is a big deal. They'll have a great offensive identity. But, Palmer, Florida's good when they got the trigger.
Well, the good news is they didn't have to leave the U.S. border to find the next guy like they did way back in the day. But you're right. I think Buster Faulkner really is the key. I thought one of the big moves for John Sumrall in the offseason was bringing in Faulkner as his offensive coordinator. One of the most difficult coordinators to defend. You ask any D coordinator in the country, and he always seems to get the best out of his quarterback. So they had a guy in DJ Lagway. They had really high hopes. Things didn't work out. He moves on to Baylor. But this is a critical spot. How quickly this new quarterback can get on the same page as his play caller, that's critical for their success. Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
Jones to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Looking for the goal line. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon. And there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
They'll dial up the run on first and goal. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at second and goal.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
Fighting his way for every inch, but he still needs a few more. He stops short of the goal line. This offense has converted twice on third down, and he breaks the play. Touchdown, Gators! Setting up for the extra point and the tie.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Owl offense is out there to get this drive underway. These two offenses have been outstanding in the early going, and that ramps up the pressure to put something on the board every time you touch it. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the catch. It's Henry. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. And the Owls want to crank the tempo. Back to pass. It's complete to the right. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again.
And the offense showing off the short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Motion from the back. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Gets it out fast. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
They get to him as he throws.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on third down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up, was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And then all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down a little bit.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Quarterback may change this route. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Gators will line up to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Secures it at the 30. The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarm him under for no gain. The Owls offense comes out ready to go to work. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Throws for the tight end. Another incompletion on 3rd down. Florida Atlantic decides to punt it away. Wants to bring it back. He gets a block. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Using the quick game. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
Catch in the middle, it's Brown. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's 1st down. Jones wants to throw it. They're working that left side. Run out of bounds. They'll spot him at the 24. Sometimes it's not about a fancy play design. It's about just getting him the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays with running backs being so good out of the backfield. You know they're going to catch it. There's so many ways to use them, but exactly. Get it to him, let him break tackles, let him make plays. Easy decision.
They'll run the screen. Oh, got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Florida.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? Going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
It's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He'll get rid of it. Complete to the left. He stopped at the 40, but it'll be a 1st down here late in the half. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. Timeout taken by the offense is their second. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. The Owls trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Pressure coming. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat. The Gators are going to call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they built the lead.
They'll stop him short of the first down. It brings up 4th, but the defense doesn't have any timeouts and can't stop the clock. Clock is stopped. Florida has called a timeout at second. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. The Gators sending the offense back to work. In modern college football, Jesse, if there's time, there's an opportunity to attack.
And I like them being aggressive here too, guys. Look, they practice this all week long. Now you're in that situation to go out there, have some fun, and let it fly.
And defenses are taught to stay deep, play prevent in these situations. So I think you could get a good chunk play and then possibly get a field goal to tack on before the half.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Jones to throw. Fires to the wideout. Passes incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
And those are the ones you just want to pull it back in as soon as you throw it as a quarterback, because you know he was open. I had him. I just put too much underneath it and missed out on a big play.
Working that wide receiver screen. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. They'll have just enough time to get 1 more snap before the half. To the air on first down. And he makes the grab, but he's out of bounds. Incomplete pass. As the Gators head for the locker room by the watchful eye, that full Gator head. Let's check in with Kevin Connors at the half.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. We get right to it with Indiana taking on the North Texas Mean Green. And it's the Hoosiers engaging in some real trench warfare today. Inches are hard to come by, let alone first downs. A tight tactical game where just about anything could happen.
Florida Atlantic about to boot it away and get this second half underway. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Before we kick off the second half, Holly Rowe, what do you have?
The Gators head coach told me coming out of the locker room, he told me that he is probably going to stick with this young player. Although they are leading right now, he is concerned about the play of this young star. He said, I've got to see a more consistent performance for him here in the second half, but they are going to give him that opportunity to right the ship. Guys?
Okay, Holly. Now a timeout was called. Play clock was all the way down to 2. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Keeping it on the ground to open the second half. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so This coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Nice job by the quarterback and receiver. They're working on the crossing route. A big thing for the quarterback there, you've got to be able to give your receiver time to work through all the traffic, get by the linebackers in the middle of the field, and work all the way over to the other side. The offensive line has to give the quarterback time, and the QB's got to be patient, but it all worked out perfectly, and they're able to get a big play.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Jones wants to throw it. Finds his target down the middle. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Throws to the wideout. Got his man on the right. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41. And the Gators are flying down the field. Looking to throw on first down. And it's picked off for the third time today. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic. Took it all the way back to the house.
And this defense comes up with another big play, man. They get the pick six. They get the mistake. They've been flying all over the field, playing well with their hair on fire, Palmer, forcing some turnovers, really doing a good job of confusing this QB.
Yeah, and on offense for the quarterback, you've got to stop with the turnovers. Now, obviously, turnovers lose you games. When you allow defensive touchdowns, the analytics show you your losing probability goes way up. Right now, they'd be out comfortably ahead if he would just stop giving the football to the other team. They need to settle him down before he gets back out on the field.
Unloads to the wideout. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
And, man, he was just like, forget that, guys. I'm getting this back on one play. Like, obviously, the big decision last drive, makes the mistake that goes all the way back to the house, and it looked to me like I want it all back. We're going to get the momentum right now. Defense ready, made a stand, made a nice play.
And a play like that, that seems routine, but it only works if the quarterback can get the ball out on time and out in front of the wide receiver. That allows the receiver to keep separation from the defender, and the ball hits him in stride.
Slips a tackle, and he's got room. Oh, my goodness, he's still moving. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. The Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. They send the tight end in motion. Jones to throw. On the move to his left. Going to try to get it himself. Quarterback gets the first down. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can spell the touchdown from here.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You could see on the sidelines, guys, he could not wait to get back out there. And that time, it was like he was running mad. I don't even know if he really wanted to throw that ball. He just wanted to take off, scramble, go get the first down.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Let's it fly. Touchdown, Gator! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
And the offense had the look they liked. Tight ends are such matchup problems because of their size, because of their athleticism. And this offense does a nice job moving this guy around, especially in this area of the field.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. So here comes the Florida Atlantic offense ready to go to work. They're down by a touchdown, but hoping to dial up some plays and pull even in what's turning out to be a really good football game. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Lets it fly. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
The quarterback's lucky on that play because when you miss slant throws behind, if the defense is in zone coverage, there might be a defender standing right there willing to take that ball and return it for a touchdown.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. He's got him. Florida Atlantic gets to the line quickly. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Takes a hit as he fires. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. Florida Atlantic will send the punt unit onto the field. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Let's see what Holly Rowe has for us on the sideline.
Hey, guys, here on the Florida sideline, they are really hyping up their quarterback right now, guys. You know, they weren't exactly sure what to expect from this young player going into the game, but he has delivered over 200 yards passing. He has proven to be someone they can count on. The coaches keep telling him, poise, composure, keep it going. This young guy is showing what he's made of. Guys, back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. The Gators can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Jones wants to throw it. Working that left side now. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down.
When you play some coverage, you got a wide receiver that's a beast. It becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
Looking to throw on 1st down. The screen, and watch out. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
I mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
And the offense found no success with the backward-going pass. How about a forward pass on 2nd and long? Here's a give the ball. Here's a little room there. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down.
Now, these offenses that are built for late game situations, when you get later in the football game and you have the lead and you got a guy that you can hand it to like him that keeps making plays over and over again, man, does it start to put a lot of pressure on the defense for them to be super aggressive and bring a lot more bodies near the line of scrimmage.
Ball again. Able to make the stop after a gain of 2 to the 22.
And I go back to him again, too, man. I mean, just the big play, the play before, and they say, why not? Try it again, get it to their running back, try to create some space. Better job by the defense being gap sound, coming downhill, not letting him break tackles and make a big play.
As we head to the 4th quarter, this guy is seeing the defense. Look how he spread the ball around. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Jones to throw. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit, and I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
He is stopped right at the 21-yard line, and now it'll be 4th down and decision time. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world.
That's a big drive for this offense in the fourth quarter. Now to take a 2-possession lead, you got the other offense where you want them. Now you get to rush the passer, make them pass a little bit more, and don't give up those big plays. You're in a really good spot now.
Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. Giving up that last field goal really ratchets up the sense of urgency for the offense on this drive. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He'll try it again. He'll push his way out to the 38, pickup of 3. Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man on the right. He's brought down, stopped right at the 50-yard line. And the Owls in the hurry-up.
And even though they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, they've got a quarterback that can bring them back, but they need him now to play his A-plus level of football. We saw a nice completion on that last 3rd down. Let's see if he can keep it going.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
They'll go right back to the run. And that should be enough to give Florida Atlantic the first down.
Well, the good news is you got the first down running it there on 2nd and short, but the bad news is you're down by quite a bit here in the fourth quarter, and 2, 3, 4-yard gains aren't going to get it done. You've got to start chucking this thing vertically to get back in the game.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Pulls it in. Touchdown, Owls! He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
This receiver is dangerous because of what he can do after the catch. Once he has the football, he is so good at making defenders miss. You saw it on that play.
Lining up for the PAT. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And the score comes on a pass from 40 yards out. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Let's check in with Holly Rowe.
Hey guys, here on the Florida sideline, I can see a developing situation with their quarterback and the coaches. Their QB has struggled here today with the turnovers, and there's a lot of conversation. They're showing him those mistakes on the film, trying to get him to see what he's missing. They want to get some confidence built back up in this quarterback, but right now he's shaking his head like, I've got this, I've got this. We'll see if he really does here to take the field. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Jones wants to throw it. Got a man. It's Singleton. Right midfield, he's got room. Just what they needed. Huge explosive play as he takes it to the 33. First down here as we dive into the college football season. A week 1 clash that has been worth every minute of it so far. He works his way down to the 30-yard line before he stopped, a gain of 3.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
That is just the kind of run you want when you're trying to close out a game.
And that hurts on defense, giving up the first on the ground like that. We're in a 1-possession game. You've got all 3 timeouts. I think you got to start burning them here to save some clock.
And the Gators getting set on 1st and 10. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. They've got the screen set up. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He did in that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
It's complete to the left. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. The crowd is going to tell you the result of this one. They are into it on this huge 3rd and 3. Wide receiver going in motion. Jones to throw. Makes the grab. And he will score. Touchdown, Florida. The Gators answer right back.
And man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the 4th quarter, everything going in their direction.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. Looking downfield on 1st down. Makes the grab on the left. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
That's just not going to get it done, David. At this point of the game, you're trailing. You've got to pick up the urgency, and this offense is going to have to get more aggressive throwing downfield.
They're going to have to take shots, but I know that, right? The defense knows that. I'm going to stay deep, and I'm going to let you complete all these passes underneath because the clock running is my friend.
They'll send the back in motion. Off play action. Grabbed over the middle. It's Bernard. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a 1st down at the 29. The Owls come to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the 1st down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
And the Owls with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. That's caught. It's Holloway. Shakes a man, and he might take off. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. He's looking to pass. Under fire. And the misfire goes out of the back of the end zone.
I think the frustrating thing for this offense at this point is they've had a lot of success, and still they find themselves down on the scoreboard. And so I think if you're going to get back in this game, you've got to go back to the well. Think about the play calls that have worked for you in this game, where you found success, where you found your explosive plays. Don't be afraid to call those plays again right now in this 2-minute situation.
Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. Now, the offense is still out there. They're taking a gamble here. They could come up empty by passing on the field goal here on 4. And it's grabbed for the late touchdown. And how about this? It's not over yet.
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a masterclass in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way. And you're right, in college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
And he puts through the extra point. They got the touchdown they needed. Now trailing by a field goal, they'll line up for the onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. Trying to save time on defense, they use their second timeout. And they'll still have one timeout left at their disposal. After the productive first down play at 2nd and 6. They'll move the wide receiver. Jones wants to throw it. Quick completion on the out route. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Running inside. It's Ball. Across the 50. Got enough space. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Gators. The Gators answer right back.
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail meet Coffin. Great execution by this offense to put this game away.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Owl offense is out there to get this drive underway. No time to feel sorry for yourself here, Jesse. There's still a chance, but you've got to get it going now.
No doubt. 2-possession game at this point, right, David? Not a lot of time left, so execution has to be at a premium here.
Yeah, and I probably want to go fast. I want to throw the football. I don't know how many possessions I got left. I got to make them all count.
The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking.
Yeah, and you're just running at a time where you can have these small gains where the clock continues to run. This offense definitely got to have some urgency.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Here's a heat. Took a shot as he threw. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
After that incompletion, 4th and long now on your own side of the field. You're trailing in the 4th quarter. What's your go-to play call here in the passing game? Where is the matchup that you trust in to come up with a big one to give yourself a chance to stay alive and win this game?
Bring in the heat. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Makes a catch. 1st down and maybe a lot more. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. Barely time to catch our breath after that one, and they've got it 1st and 10, threatening just outside the red zone. He'll take a shot. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. Defense making the play. Hey, never hurts to pad the stats on D either, right? And they'll be able to run out the clock.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Boy, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Plenty of fireworks in this one. A lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
It's amazing how much offenses has just boomed in college football. So good, so many ways to hurt you, and you saw both of these offenses put on a show today, Jess.
Dave, we talked to both of these coaching staffs, and their defensive coordinators were losing sleep all week. They knew this was going to be a tough task ahead of them. So much speed, so much firepower on both of these offenses. And, man, we saw that here tonight.
That's going to do it for us as the season.